Hello, my name is Luciano.
I'm Evelyn.
I'm Eduardo.
And this is our first booktube.
Yes, in this video we are talking about two great pieces of art from the English literature, and also we want to share with you some information that could be interesting for you. The first book that we are talking about is The Christmas Carol, and then The Canterville Ghost. Could you tell us about something about the first book?
Yes, well, let me introduce you to A Christmas Carol. A Christmas Carol is a novella written by Charles Dickens, an English writer and social critic, in 1843. On Christmas Eve, Ebenezer Scrooge, an elderly man who is well known for his miserly ways, is visited by a series of ghosts, starting with his old business partner, Jacob Marley. Then the spirits that follow are the ghosts of Christmas past, Christmas present, and Christmas yet to come, show Scrooge how his mean behavior has affected those around him. And so, the main character, Scrooge, undergoes difficult situations in order to produce a renewal in him, a change in his outlook and behavior. In other words, a redemption. Hence, the story presents ideas of greed as the case of Scrooge, and also forgiveness as the turning point of the story, and as I have mentioned before, the redemption. But now, as I cited and talk about Scrooge, can you tell us something about this particular character?
Oh yes, I can. As she mentioned before, the main character of this story is Mr. Ebenezer Scrooge, an elderly man who is passing up the hill. His appearance and look displays readily his mature and senile ways, without losing the coldness and cunning manners in which his life had based, such as his pointed nose, thin lips, and wiry chin, which crash with that unpleasant and unadulterated grating voice. As regards clothing, Scrooge tends to use gracious and proper clothes, like a coat and a cravat when he is working in the warehouse, while in his grand house at night he has a tendency to sleep with a dressing gown or slippers and a comic nightcap. In terms of personality, Scrooge is described with many bad adjectives. It is a long list, but for example, Scrooge is a stingy, mean person, especially with his money. In the story, he didn't want to make a donation to the poor people. And also he is squeezing, wrenching, grasping, scrapping, just to mention a few. But in addition, he is independent. He is solitary as an oyster. But as the story progresses, we can see other aspects of the Scrooge personality, such as his worries and fears about the futures, or his secret feelings which return to them from his memories.
And now, let me introduce you to The Canterville Ghost. Canterville Ghost is a short story written by Oscar Wilde, an Irish playwright, novelist, essayist, and poet, in 1887. The story concerns Mr. Otis, an American minister, who buys a property in England called Canterville Chase, against the advice of his friends and the owner himself, Lord Canterville, which assures him that it is haunted by the ghost of a dead nobleman. As Mr. Otis pays no heed to ghost stories, he and his family move into the castle, Once there, they come across with a ghost, which deals with this uncommon and exceedingly odd American family. And of course, everything of this it is enclosed in the culture clash between the English Old World and the American New World. And now, as I have mentioned before, the story itself is developed in this astounding and intriguing castle. So, do you know something about it?
Yes, yes. Most of the story take place in an old country house of England that is called Canterville Chase. This house is described as a typical Gothic house, for example, with secret rooms, passageways, oak paneling, a suit of armor, and those characteristics and things that compose this place makes an atmosphere the most suitable atmosphere for the story of a ghost. Do you
Yes.
think the same?
Yes, I was saying the same, that the settings also accompanies the image of this
Yes.
ghost story, because everything takes place and give us and let us imagine
Yes.
how it could look, how it could be.
And we also could imagine the possible situation that the people
Yes.
who live there can experience there
Yes.
with such a creepy place.
I really enjoyed the both stories. It was funny to read that these things in a story of ghosts.
Yes, for me it was also the same. It was utterly amazing, unbelievable, and it's entirely compelling and thrilling story, because you want to read more. You want to, so you can figure out things, and despite the fact that it was represented in another period of time, but it still had the same effect on those on the readers, I think. So it has that powerful effect, that profound effect on the readers. So I really enjoyed the book.
In the case of Christmas Carol, I really enjoy that because it is a lovely story. It is
Yes, the revelation that the main character Scrooge has
Yes.
at the end of the story, the development of the events that brings here to change
To produce a renewal in him, the change of
him.
events.
Yes.
Also the themes, social injustice, for instance, it is perfectly expressed on every and several pages of the text, such as we know, the mean and the greed for the case of Scrooge itself, and also
And the relation of the Canterville ghost.
yes.
So
not to make a relation.
there are ghosts, two different kind of ghosts. In the first book, we have a ghost that comes like a messenger of
Yes,
some kind
yeah,
of
very well.
divinity.
Yes.
And the second book and the second story, we have a character in the ghost.
Yes.
That is the main character of the story, and this ghost. The characteristic of this ghost
Yes.
is that he have feelings like a human. He is
Yes.
affected by the action of the autist,
Yes.
and he suffer, and he
It's a personification of the ghost itself.
I think it will be all. Thanks
Yes.
for watching, and we hope that you enjoy our
That you
video.
could enjoy the video and give us a feedback.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. Bye.